to send people, like, cakes and stuff like that. Like, I send it to...
You do? You're a big
you
cake
Courtney.
sender.
I send it to...
But only I ate it.
Yeah, you ate it?
Only I ate it.
I love sugar, but I can't eat it because when I'm training, you know, I've got doing all these movies. It's just... so I send it to everyone. I send it to the stunt team, and I send it... Yeah, and I wait for the calls. Like, tell me about it.
Right, yeah.
And are you still on the Tom Cruise cake list?
You're on the Tom Cruise cake list?
Do you know, I didn't know we were on the Tom Cruise cake list till today. I was talking about you being on the cake list, and somebody said, oh, yeah, we get a cake from Tom every year. And I went, do we?
Doesn't make it
I've never seen the bloody cake. Yeah, someone in the office went, it's the nicest cake I've ever had.
It's a nice cake.
And it's nearing that time of year where every year Tom gifts this coconut white chocolate cake. And he sends out, it's infamous.
I've heard
and he sends out like hundreds, potentially thousands of cakes to like all these people that he's worked with, all the people that he knows and loves. I have never highly anticipated something as much as this cake. Like I'm literally like every day is there a delivery at the door? Is it like, is it here? Is it here?
It's this thing with cakes, because my cousin worked with Tom Cruise and he got cakes from Tom Cruise as well. What's that all about?
So he must have shares in a bakery, surely.
I hadn't asked, but that makes
and
sense,
then when
doesn't it?
my granny turned 100, and then we arrived and there were 100 cakes there from Tom Cruise. Yes.
What?
Yeah. Cupcakes.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, because... Was he trying to kill her? She's lived long enough. Yeah. Here's 100 cakes.
I think he's just... Yeah, well, it must be some way of spreading joy and using cakes.
Cakes bring joy, don't they?
They do, don't they?
And Kirsten Dunst has been on the show, and, you know, like, it's so long ago since she worked with him, she still gets the cake. Tom Cruise kept in touch since then.
Yeah. He gives me a cake every Christmas. It's this, we call it the Cruise cake at my house. It's just this coconut cake. It's the best coconut cake I've ever had in my life. It's from Doan's Bakery in the Valley, so sorry, everybody. In England, you can't have it unless you go to California. But it's really good. And yeah, we get it every Christmas. Yeah.
How fantastic.
We're like, all our family's like, Cruise cake's here. It's like a major thing. We all devour it that night. We're like, oh, thank you, Tom. You love it.
Well, can you talk about that cake a bit more? Because everybody's been mentioning about the cake.
OK, so the cake, right.
Did he cook it?
I like to think so. I received this cake at Christmas time saying, Dear Henry, Happy Christmas, from Tom Cruise, which is an insane little thing to read. Yeah. And so I get the cake and I'm thinking it's some kind of super healthy coconut and...
It's a nuts.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Just the kind of thing which doesn't taste amazing. Nothing treat-like. And so I left it. I just left it in the fridge. I was like, yeah, whatever. And eventually someone said, what's that? And I was like, oh, that's a cake from Tom Cruise. They went, what? And you haven't eaten it yet? I was like, no, it's probably disgusting, but let's have a go. It was the most decadent, the most amazing, the most surprising cake to receive from someone like Tom Cruise. Wow. I loved it. Smashed it.
It's well worth working with him, then.
Yes. Just for the cake.
So, essentially, Tom Cruise is ruining it for everyone. He needs to cancel that cake.
So he not only gives presents on rap, but continuously for years after?
Years after,
See, that's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is impressive.
Wow,
I've never done that, except for my parents.
Well, amazingly, you do send a lot of cakes
to you.
Well, no, not only that. On the morning of the Grammys, so when I hosted the Grammys this year, I woke up to someone knocking on my door. It was like 8 a.m. and they presented me with an incredible chocolate cake, and it was from Tom Cruise saying, good luck with the Grammys. And I was like, this is how you look so good. You make everyone around you. You make everyone around you fat.
Is chocolate your favorite?
It's all my favorite.
Oh, your favorite.